Alright, so we only have about 12 hours left for the Dominaria Flashback League, so I've already put in for the queue. It's been about 6 minutes and I'm still the only person there, so I've decided I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to jump into this gauntlet again. I'm going to double queue. And we ended up with Mill. We ended up with Mill. And honestly, I like this. I think Archive Trap is pretty bad against Mono Red, but I like this. I like this a lot. This seems like a much more fun deck than the Mono Red that we played. I'm just going to run it exactly as it looks here. And if somehow we end up queuing up in the Dominaria flashback draft, I'm just going to have to navigate both at once. Good plan? Good plan. I have something to drink. I have some food. I'm ready to go. I'll let y'all know as soon as something changes. Alrighty, we have found our game. We're still the only player in the Dominaria queue. We are on the draw. Dark Slick Shores, and a Deep Crab and an Archive Trap. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. We're going to keep it. Opponent on the breeding pool plan? I don't actually know what this deck is. Double Hierarch. That's not exactly the kind of thing I was hoping to see, to be honest. I mean, I would be pretty surprised if they have some kind of... You know what? I think we do just Fatal Push that. Be pretty surprised if they have some kind of anti-mill package inside of their sideboard. Although it would be pretty funny if they had a random Eldrazi sitting in there for the Miser's mill counter. Whoa, oh dear. I did not expect that. Infect? He's pretty brutal. Correct thing is Hedron Crab number 1. They're still on 1 land, so I think that getting rid of the Hierarch was a pretty valid play. But certainly doesn't feel good to see the listener out there. Expecting mutagenic growth, maybe even vines of Vastwood. Because of that, I don't think I can afford to block if they attack. Next turn, we get another 6 cards off the swamp. The Vantress Gargoyle. Or we can even afford a Mission Briefing and Fatal Push. If we really are worried about this Glistener Elf. We might just do that. We might just pass the turn. Hold up the Briefing Push. The Surveil 2 is going to be pretty handy. This Archive Trap is kind of doing exactly what I figured it would. I know some of these decks do not have fetches. Yeah, well, if they can kill us somehow with 5 cards here, they're more than welcome to, but they're content to deal 1. Not knowing what's in their deck in the dark here, I don't really know what to expect. Spellskite? Yeah, that's certainly a card. Can afford to do that about 1,000,000 times because their life total is completely unaffected. So with that in mind, we can play the Vantress Gargoyle. Keep up the archive trap. Block. Jesus, this is a weird ass card. Maybe I should have held the land in hand so I can threaten to block the Glistener Elf. Even double mutagenic growth doesn't get past the gargoyle. Windswept Heath? That's pretty good to see. Does take me off of getting the 4 cards for Vantress Gargoyle, though. That's the thing that makes me a little worried. We know the 4 cards in their hand are not just nothing. They have actual cards. Because they didn't play a second land, so not going to insult my opponent's intelligence and pretend that they just forgot to play a land on turn 2. 2 infect. 1 closer to killing them than they are to killing me, but closer race than I was hoping for. Hedron Crab really speeds things up. Puts 9 cards in there, brings him down to 32. Archive Trap brings him down 32 to 19. And we're in the money. I think we hold off for now. I don't know if they have Dismember or something, but I don't think they can punish us too hard for playing a bit conservatively here. We're going to crack the Windswept Heath, but considering we're 1 land away, just casting it, I'm not really all that afraid of just holding it in my hand. I think this brings us closer to a victory, because this is an infect deck and they have 4 cards in their hand that aren't lands. Dangerous for me. Lighted Agent's good for them. Bad for me. We don't lose any of the value on the Hedron Crab. Okay. They not realize that it can block here? Well, that's their bad. Scale up? Oh dear. Yeah. Blossoming Sand, stuff like that. We're definitely pulling the trigger on casting spells here. Shouldn't play this. Archive Trap would have been better. Do it first. I don't really want the Shell Dog, and I don't really want the Manic Scribe. Wait, what's the Manic Scribe do? 4 or more? Creature, sorcery, instant, land? Put this into the graveyard. We'll put this on top of my library. Attempt to murder the agent. Use the mana there. I'm not going to do that. Interesting that they would use the Spell Pierce. They have to realize that, like, Our life total is not being threatened right now. You are going to mill them every time. Ink Moth Nexus, that's certainly a card. I'm going to play this. Manic Scribe brings him down to 26. And 23 on the draw step, down to 22 from the draw. Vantress Gargoyle. We're not attacking, so unless we think the mill one's really going to be good for something. Yeah, it does beat them a little bit quicker. We are doing stuff in multiples of 9, but between the Manic Scribe and the Vantress Gargoyle, we can speed that up by maybe 1 turn. Archive Trap. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Yeah, good job. Can't do anything about that. Can set adrift, but that's a sorcery, that's the problem. Extirpate does do the job. Does Witch's Vengeance do it? A little slow, but it's a board wipe, isn't it? Yeah, we're pretty far away from Crypt Incursion being worthwhile. We will take the extirpates. We'll get rid of Visions of Beyond #1, and maybe 1 Archive Trap. An Archive Trap seems like it's worth. Mesmeric Orb, they're a little bit land light. And then Duress. Does Duress do anything? Not really. Set Adrift? No. Just have to try and hit our removal spells. I don't think Witch's Vengeance is really good, but we'll try it. We'll take out. Ooh, what do we take out here? 1 Scheming Symmetry. Sorry. 3. Hey, we get 3 people. We would love to play first, and we have. Ugh. Can't keep the 1 lander and just hope for the best. This is worse than the last one, but I don't think we have the luxury of mulling. Down to 5 for this one. Well, if I'm not going to draw a spell, I can, or a land rather, it may as well be a spell I can actually cast. Still recording, although the recording, kind of showing my ass here. Pupil is, playing about as slow as I do on average. Playing very conservatively with their life total, usually. Yeah, I mean, One of the ways to beat this deck is to run them out of creatures because we're only going to be playing, on average, the Glistener Elf, Ink Moth, and, yeah, come on, and the Unblockable, the Blighted Agent. I really like a fetch land. Basically any land other than, Sheldar Column. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, Dark Slick Shores is kind of exactly what the doctor ordered. And I mistakenly played it. Well, actually, I couldn't play that. So, just Manic Scribe here. We get one more card in the graveyard, we can delve for Murderous Cut. That's Artifact. And also instant. So that's all the card types. Manic Scribe is turned on, isn't it? I'm mistaken. Land, we have creature. Oh, it's my delirium, of course. I'm stupid. It's pretty dumb. So, unless I want to die this turn, I do need to draw something. That is not the kind of something I needed to draw. Well, if I don't play anything, I kind of know that they have it. Unless they think I might have some kind of way to ruin them. I just play the Manic Scribe and they have the combo, I'm just dead. So, even though I have nothing, I think it's more important to bluff here. Full priority to bluff a little bit more. Okay. Question is, how much are they going to go for is the real question. I think they believe I have something, because if they didn't think I had something, the obvious answer is to just pump as many resources as you can into this. Groundswell? That's just +2/+2. Not going to be enough. They can deal me 3. I'm not concerned about that. Missing on the land again was pretty much the nightmare scenario for me. Rexian, putting me to choosing with Witch's Vengeance. The reason that I choose Witch's Vengeance instead of Murderous Cut is that they have at least Blossoming Sands. Not Blossoming Sands. Blossoming Defense. It just kind of owns me here. Orvate in my draft queue. Mutagenic Growth. Well, that doesn't bode well. They're spending their life instead of their mana to do it. Well, I do survive. That's the good news. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, 12 cards deep, see 2 lands, it's 1/5 of my deck. Drew half as many lands as I should. I can't Scheming Symmetry here. It just kills me. They just go get the best card in their deck, and I can't do anything else. Except Hedron Crab, and that's not enough. So I pass the turn again, hope that they don't just go for the kill, see if I can draw land next turn. Although at this point, I'm just kinda dead in the water. The priority again, pass priority. Blossoming Defense is 3, brings it to 9. What else you got? Yep. Game. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes. Nothing I can do about that. Sometimes you just mull and then don't draw cards. But considering I had the Fatal Push in hand, another one, I think it was the right decision. I mean, we let one of those creatures go for a turn, we could just straight up be dead. We do immediately get into the next match here. Although at this point our opponent's the person we're waiting on, not the other way around. We show up. Well, that's unfortunate. Still 4 of 8. If we end up reaching like 6 of 8, I might cancel, but in the meantime, we're still on the league plan. I guess at this rate, I'll just get back to y'all when we get into a match. And we got their opponent found. Jump right in against a different opponent this time. Lose the die roll again, and we have a pretty good hand, so I will keep. Yeah, we'll keep this. Of course, the Nightmare scenario is mono red, so that's obviously what we're going to face. Or they just don't know what they're doing with the 7 cards. Maybe their turn 1 is so good that they have 20 other lines they're pondering at the moment. Come on, Apple. There we go, Island. That's fine. I'm just going to play out a Watery Grave. Would love to pay 2 life. We're just going to Hedron Crab it up. Pardon me. Some mild case of crabs here. Come on, yeah, cast a spell. I want to go. I think we do mission briefing the archive trap this time. It's 13, yeah. Still 4 of 8 players. Also an entire minute ahead of time against my opponent here. Path to exile? Sure. Love to go get a land. We'll go get an island. Feel pretty happy about being up on mana. Opt. It's fine. You definitely think of worse things to happen to me than that. Ooh, odds of us doing mission briefing? Not 0. We're just gonna play out the swamp. We draw another Hedron Crab. It'll be good to have the Polluted Delta in my hand. I don't even know if we play out the extra swamp at this point. Ooh, God. That's just miserable. It's gonna draw them so many cards here. God forbid they have some kind of way to abuse it and make me not draw a hand of cards while they do. Good news is, every card they draw is technically a card. What the fuck? Sword of Feast and Famine? It's an. Oh, no, I played against this deck already. Yep, ask and you shall receive. There's the Hedron Crab. Play the Polluted Delta now. Save targets, target them. Oh, ah. And just auto yield. Big mistake. All the clicking. Ah! Play a fetch. Play a fetch. You should do that. Another Path to Exile is not really what I was looking for. Snapcaster Mage? Really? Jesus. Sometimes it just feels like all the decks that I've gotten so far are kind of paling in comparison to some of the things that are going on over there. Like, Carrie, Wrath of God. I'm over here like, pardon my O2. Oof. Yeah, get another island, I guess. No thanks on the paying life. We'll just pass the turn. Right now we do have 4 archive traps, so that's the good news. They are under the gun, to say the least. Stoneforge? Okay. Jeez. I mean, Snapcaster, Stoneforge, Narset, Teferi, those are all strong cards, but I think this is one of the times I might be able to get there. They are searching, so they've found the Batter Skull. Best for 0. Target them. Would you like to mill? They're going to counter it? Well, do I? No, I don't think I do pay. Yeah, no thanks. Best for 0. Best for 0. Yep, they've seen enough. Yeah, we'll start the sideboarding plan. Duress is very good here, obviously. Cards that are bad, Murderous Cut's pretty awful. Fatal Push is fine, but not as good. It only destroys creatures after all. Vantress Gargoyle's solid. Cedra Drift is bad, negates solid. Extirpate? What does that do? What are they playing 4 of that really annoys me? I don't know. Doesn't seem like anything really jumps out to me immediately. Mesmeric Orb is at its worst against control variants. Manic Scribe just doesn't do a lot. What else? One more card here, one more card. Scheming Symmetry? We don't have a way to immediately mill them. Scheming Symmetry just seems like a bad plan. I think that's pretty good. And we're still at 4 players for that. I guess the mission briefings are kind of important. Although honestly, like, why it couldn't have just been Snapcaster is beyond me. Less mana restrictive. Put the Watery Grave for turn 1 duress. The Vantress Gargoyle to back it up. Yeah, seems pretty solid. Would love to pay 2 life. Please. Take the rest. Are they pontificating on casting a spell here? Because the answer is that you do not opt in response. Generally, at least I don't think you opt in response. If they just want to give me an additional option, they're more than welcome to. Yeah, see, like, if they're low on lands, I can understand the opt, but if you have lands in your hand, like, yeah, they were low on lands. Path to Exile is fine with me, because we're gonna get rid of their Field of Ruin while we Scheming Symmetry. So we're gonna get rid of Jace the Mind Sculptor. They can keep the Cryptic Command because they're a million miles away from casting it. Yeah, so that's what we're working with here. It's like a pretty okay hand, but Stoneforge here is not the best for me, but not terribly worried about it, mostly because I have the Scheming Symmetry. And we draw the Fatal Push anyway? So here, I think we just play the Manic Scribe out. No, we play the Vantress Gargoyle. Yeah. They could path it if they want to. They can activate Stoneforge on my end step or something. When they go to attack, they're going to get hit with the, yeah, sure. They just do it main phase. Not even wasting the time. I'd love to use that ability, and we're going to go get blue mana here. Only spent their whole turn there, and they, use the path, use that, use that, use that. We know they have Cryptic Command, Plains, and one other card. You can kill both of their creatures here, but I don't know if that's really important to me. I think I just polluted Delta. The Manic Scribe. They get their Vendilion Click and Teferi, and a Celestial Colonnade. Well, the Vendilion Click would have been uncastable, as well as the Teferi, but the Colonnade would have eased that tension a little bit. Well, I think I let them go here. Still don't quite have my own delirium going. A little ways away from it, actually. Got the artifact, I got a creature, gonna get a land, a sorcery when I use that. Not gonna lie, not too happy to see that. I get a sword too? Yes. One land later, and they will be able to get that, cryptic, finally. You know what they have in their hand is Cryptic Command Planes now. That's the good news. Actually going down? Wait, what did they find? They failed to find? They failed? Oh wait, no, they just didn't. Alright, yeah, they got the sword. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we do in fact cast a Fatal Push here. Germ, get out of here, buddy. Bonk. What? Oh, Stoneforge? Sure, sure, sure. Your cards are known, my friend. You want a Fatal Push here? Or not Fatal Push. You wanna dump out your sword? You're more than welcome to. Yeah, sure. Anyways, yeah, I think I will do this now. I have to go get a black mana. Do I have swamps? Yeah. Scheming Symmetry. We do need to kill both of their creatures, and we only have one Fatal Push. So I think the thing that we're going to get here is the last Fatal Push. We can get Vantress Gargoyle. Oh, that was stupid of me. So I'm about to shuffle that away. Yeah, that was my mistake. You know, that was not the best. You know, never claimed to be good at this game. That was a pretty avoidable mistake right there. I just had to think for a second. For some reason in my head, I was thinking of Path, I guess. Path would own me right there. They draw an untapped blue source, so now they have just Cryptic. Wait, what? Yeah, they just have the Cryptic in hand. Yeah, I'm gonna use the ability, the island, and now I'm pretty pathable. Yeah, good beats, I guess. Yeah, nice job. Get that out of here, buddy. It's me against a Cryptic command. I don't have enough mana unless I draw exactly a land to equip and play the Cryptic, so bouncing this does not seem like a great play anyway. Back to 4 players in the queue. What do we got? Oh, I can think of worse cards. We will just glimpse them here. Should really be looking at what they mill. Ashiok? Jesus. Why is an Ashiok in this deck? I mean, jeez. Shark Typhoon? Wow. Certainly have some options here. I know what's in their hand. They have just Cryptic now. Now they can hold up the Cryptic too. Of course they draw the untapped land. Really? Interesting. That's pretty aggressive use of Cryptic here. Don't even draw a card. All they get to do is untap their hands and equip Batterskull. Definitely not what I would have done. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I've milled a lot of lands. Taking 7? Can't just hold this in my hand because it doesn't do anything. So I'll glimpse them again and hope I draw another glimpse, I guess. Are we still not on Manic Scribe? Jesus. Rest. Sorcery. Instant. Land. Sorcery. God damn. Yeah. Might have been some merit to blocking this turn, but I don't think I have the luxury of doing so. The one card specifically that gets us out of this. It relies on them having nothing, especially not a counterspell. No way to get rid of this. It's Archive Trap. Build them for exactly the number I need. And this is Teferi. Yep. You see the line? No cards in my hand. If they do anything else, it's just a misplay. Yeah, now they just have to attack. Yeah. I didn't expect the the doubles on Stoneforge. Ugh. Bring in the final Fatal Push. Take out one Visions Beyond, because I don't draw them anyway, so seems like by the time they're relevant, things are kind of doing what they're gonna do. Yeah. We close? Nope, still just 4. Love to play first. And of course we're gonna mull. We're gonna keep this hand that does nothing. And we'll keep it. We'll put this Field of Ruin on the bottom, be down by 2 cards by the time they're done not mulling. I'll play out the Polluted Delta first, because I like to go get a shock land, make myself less vulnerable to Path to Exile, and Field of Ruin, both of which kind of destroyed me in the last game. Opponent pretty deep in the tank, maybe they're double queuing like me, but doesn't take that much time to check another window. At this point, I'm wondering if they disconnected or something. Guess I'll pause. Our opponent has made a move. So far, their move is do nothing. We're a few minutes down in the hole. Get back to you when they do something. They did something. We're getting our watery grave, and we will not pay to. Stoneforge, very surprising. Well, after 1 hour in the queue, it failed. They get the batter skull. We archive trap. They lose only one card of actual consequence. Yeah, we'll just do this. Guild of Ruin. Pretty good. I think we just pass, however. There is a world in which we use another archive trap here. Certainly not 0%. They were on the Malta 5 as well, which means I felt better, but figure now they're just mulling straight to Stoneforge. They're going to spend their whole turn doing this. Yeah, I think I am going to do this. Gets a card out of their deck. Makes it harder for them to cast specifically Cryptic and Narset. Notably, they didn't play a land here. Makes me think that they're kind of low on options. I'm gonna go get a Swamp. Then we're gonna just cast the Fatal Push. Oh boy. Oh, whew, we're getting there. I'd actually make the queue at this rate. Okay. It's dangerous. I'm playing with fire. So you know we're having fun. Mission briefing, pretty far away from doing anything. Best turn? Still at 7 players? I mean, I can't afford to drop out. If I drop out and this draft fires, I mean, I just don't get to do anything. Like, I do have to go to sleep sometime. I do have work again at 4 p.m. tomorrow. It's a 1-hour commute each way, so you'd be ready for 3, start getting ready at 2:30? Doesn't leave me a lot of time to sleep. My opponent's slow rolling on every single action is not making things easier for me. I really think they are just playing 2 different games. Which is valid. I mean, it's not like there's a rule against it. It's their clock versus mine. 35 cards in their deck. Still at 19 life. They don't have a third land. Feeling pretty okay right now. Anything could happen, though. I have 17 minutes to play with. That's almost a whole draft portion. Good golly. If they could do something, that'd be nice. I mean, whew. We're not only running up the clock on the game, we're running up the clock on my draft, and we're running up the clock on the video. We're at a hefty 400 megabytes here. We're gonna have a 1 gig video at the end of this, minimum. Minimum. They're nearing the 11-minute mark. Hey, they hit a land. What do they got for it, though? Attack for 1? That's fine. We'll take Shelled Up Pile. Okay. Oof. Really? Really taking some time here, huh? I'll have to start pausing the video between actions. Well, they're back, and we're gonna archive trap here, obviously. Seems better than, I guess, doing nothing, which is kind of the other option. Hey, still 7 players. Getting that 8th one to fire is... A what? I forgot that that was even an ability. Jesus. You have the mission briefing to punish them here? They don't have the white mana for the Stone Forge? Ah, whoopsie. Jeez, that's gotta be kinda rough, huh? 4th island. Not getting white mana kinda punished them, didn't it? Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything here. I might actually glimpse on my turn. Eh, nearing the 10-minute mark. See if they want to play something into my negate. Only have the one archive trap. Yeah, I'll just untap. Double glimpse? Yeah, we'll glimpse them once here. At this point, they're kind of under the gun. They need to do something. They've been kind of sputtering around, spinning their wheels on these land drops, and... Oh, we're in it. Oh dear. Well, not gonna lie, wasn't expecting it. Eviscerate's pretty good. Whisper's pretty good. Diligent Excavator's not good. Thran Temporal Gateway's not good. Soul Salvage is really good. Yavimaya Shepherd's pretty good. I think I'm just on the Eviscerate here. Opponent's still not doing anything. I guess that's okay with us. Oh, now they do something, of course. Um, so based on what we have here, I'm looking at Saproling Migration, Slimefoot, Gitu Chronicler, and Cloud Reader Sphinx. I think Slimefoot is what I'm going to reserve here. If we're going to take a green card, we may as well take Slimefoot anyway. Cloud Reader Sphinx and Gitu Chronicler being the obvious other best cards inside the pack. And then somewhere behind there, there's like Gideon's Approach, which was definitely after Saproling Migration. Do I counter this? No, I don't. I don't care. You can counter that? Sure, buddy. Well, they have the Flooded Strand. That's pretty bad for me. Finally gonna take some pain here. What are they gonna do with this, oh. This is just a fairy? I'm definitely going to counter that. I can't let you just pull a Teferi out of your butt, you know? You do have to play a card here, or get a card though. Valid Omnivore is great. Saproling Migration, which is also incredible. And then Vicious Offering. I can get another Thallid Omnivore. I can't really get too many Saproling Migrations. Just a great card all around. Hard to make that card bad. We'll reserve it and we'll go back to our game. They get to attack for another 1. Didn't get to mission briefing sadly, but I don't think that matters too much. Take the Saproling Migration, and we're not going to take the Dread Shade. I just don't think it's a good card. We're just going to reserve another Saproling Migration. I will almost take as many of those as they're willing to pass me. Like, let's look at Slimefoot. Yeah, no, nothing to do about that. You can ping me for one all you want, buddy. Every turn. Feel free. Manic Scribe? What's our graveyard look like? Sorcery, instant land. Yeah, activate the Shell Dock, but that takes blue. Let's have to do this again. Mammoth Spider. Sentinel Pearl Trident is a messed up magic card. Best cards in the pack for us. Honestly, the best card in the pack is Sentinel. I'm just gonna take Mammoth Spider. Mammoth Spider's fine. Follow that up with the Soothsayer, which is great. Kazarov is fine, but I don't really think it's what we're looking for. It's 7 mana. 7 mana 4/4 just doesn't get the job done sometimes. Then a Wind Grace Acolyte. But we're still seeing some cards that are good for us. Yeah, Manic Scribe doesn't really do a lot. Just gonna glimpse them again. "20 or fewer." Yeah, cast that without paying its mana cost. Corrosive Ooze or Ball of Angel? Well, I mean, if you put it that way, Final Parting or Cabal of Angel, we're just gonna take Final Parting. Guardians of Koilos has a chance of actually making the deck. Sure, play a Balan Omnivore comes back. That should not be going that late. That definitely tells me that we're in the right color combination, though. We didn't see too many black cards near the end, but Thalid Omnivore was far and away the best black card in the pack when we got the Saproling migration out of there. Yeah, I mean, my opponent's playing slow. They're kind of letting me get away with this here. Certainly a unique video. Yeah, nope, no questions there. Oh, Dredge Sentinel. I don't feel bad for doing this to my opponent, but yeah, sure. No blockers. I mean, we're not going to play Rat Colony, we're just not. Reserve that for the sideboard. We're not doing anything. Sideboard. Sideboard. Fungal Plots, Untamed Kavu. Well, this one's a pretty obvious one, probably. Untamed Kavu is better than Urgoros. Well, that sounds kind of crazy to say, but it is a 2/2 Vigilance Trample with upside. And the upside, it also becomes a 5/5 Vigilance Trample if you draw it after turn 2. So I'm going to take that. A lot of great cards in that pack. Not going to be upset if we don't get all of them back. Here we are looking at not a lot. I don't really think this is an Urza's Tome deck. I don't think it's a Grow from the Ashes kind of deck either, though. Kind of a miss. This is a Phantom Draft, so we're not getting the Naramea. Guess there's a world where we bring this in, but I don't see it. I think I'll just take Grow from the Ashes, reserve it. Play the land. Yep, they understand. They see the writing on the wall. Now we're just gonna full-time this one. The Heat is a fine card, but it's not what we're gonna do. We will take Soul Salvage and be happy with it. Kind of unfortunate. We're not seeing a lot of the lower drops we're looking for, but because they're so good, it means we do have somebody to our right, I believe? Or is it to our left? I forget which way. We have somebody next to us that's getting some black and green cards. So pack 3 is going to be more our speed. We might be able to get some black stuff. Yargle enables some cards. It's not the worst. I mean, I'm more likely to play it than I am to play Blessing of Bells and Put it on the sideboard for now. Howling Golem, Croson Druid. Definitely on the Croson Druid here. Jainer's Torment? Lingering Phantom. Jousting Lance is the kind of card that makes your Saprolings much better. But I think Jainer's Torment's probably fine. Got a lot of life to play around with. Seems like it might not be the worst. The problem is that the token doesn't have, like, flying or anything. Try it out. I don't remember it being good, but there's always a chance that I'm just remembering things wrong. I'll sideboard this. I'm not playing any of those cards at all. I don't think most people are. The Trap is the best one that I saw. Ball Stronghold? It doesn't make black mana, that's the biggest problem. You need to have like 4 swamps out, and then this just makes me 1 extra mana. It's not good. Not playing Rat Colony. Here's this guy for the sideboard. $17. Not too bad. Not too bad. Hopefully the third pack is a bit more exciting. Open up a good bomb rare or two. I mean, chance of us actually playing Kamal's Druidic Vow are basically 0. I should almost certainly take Broken Bond instead. I'm not gonna, because I want the meme. Monic Vigor is the kind of card that makes Slimefoot a little bit better, but Gift of Growth is better with our Saprolings and Kabu. We're not playing a third Pierce the Sky. It just is not happening. Radiant Lightning is the kind of card we don't want to see, so we'll put it in the sideboard. None of these cards are that good. Unwind's the most annoying one. I don't want to play this, but we might end up having to. Lich's Mastery is a black rare, but it is definitely not what we're going to be playing. It's just not a good card. It's really bad. You could live the dream and try and play it, but it just feels like it's not good at all. Eviscerate's just better for the deck. If it comes back to us, I'll consider it. Valid Soothsayer is a good card. Fungal Infection is kind of what we're looking for. Skin Witch is also what we're looking for. So those are the 3 cards. What does our deck need the most? Low drops with high impact later in the game, and removal. Right now we have 2 Eviscerates and that's it. I'll take the Fungal Infection. Then we see another Thallid Soothsayer, but we also see Vicious Offering. And this many saplings and a fungal infection, Vicious Offering is the order of the day. Rona's really good, but I don't think it's good enough for us here. The other option is Broken Bond for the sideboard, and I don't really think I'm that concerned about it right now. I think we can probably find another Broken Bond. Put this in the sideboard and see if we can find a way to make it work. Maybe that's a little bit greedy, but greed is good. Baird is a solid card. Cast Down is definitely worth considering. The Soothsayer for card advantage and a final parting. We even end up playing it. A little heavy on the 4s and 5s. I'll just take the Cast Down. Now we can take the Dark Bargain or the Thallid Omnivore. I'm just going to take the Omnivore here. At this point, I don't know if the Chainer's Torment makes it. I don't know if the Final Parting makes it. Do need to find 2 more playables though. Wouldn't mind like a Thorn Elemental maybe. Hmm. Arvod? Not quite. Primordial Worm is okay. Reserve this. I don't think there's a world where we're going to play Arvod. Everything else we do really makes the mana work. Except Grow from the Ashes. This is going to make the deck that's not, unless we get some crazy cool mana fixing stuff. Cabal Paladin? What do we have for historic spells? We have Yargle in the sideboard. Chainer's Torment we're not going to play probably. Walls Druidic Vow. Guardians of Koilos that we probably aren't going to play. Slimefoot. Well, Drudge Sentinels is more likely to make the play, but we already have one, so we'll just put this in the sideboard. Lich's Mastery came back. You know, I'll take it. Maul's Druidic Vow number 2, where we're not playing the first one. Not playing the second one. We will actually play the Arbor Armament. Sideboard. I have died to a Pardic Wanderer before. You know, there isn't any shame in the game. Who's in the pod, by the way? Anti-intellectual? Intellectual? Talking 1804. Michael Kwan? Um, you have a couple of legendary creatures, but I don't know how good this is on Yargle. Not playing the other things. Not playing the other things. We're gonna take. So, the plan here is we're gonna reserve this with the idea that somebody might actually put this card in their deck. And if they do, we will laugh. We will take that to the sideboard and this to the sideboard as well. We ended up going pretty good. I don't think the Guardians are going to make it. I think the Guardians definitely aren't going to make it. There. Let's take a look. 23 just like that. Guardians of Koilos, not really worth. Got a fungal infection, got a gift of growth for combat tricks, a soul salvage to get back some of our more valuable creatures. We have a nice removal suite with eviscerate ×2, plus a fungal infection, cast down, vicious offering. We got grow from the ashes. That's probably the one card that I'm most on the fence about. ramping us up to our 6 drops. Like, that's not too concerned about that. Plus, like, if I'm gonna do it for any value, I have to kick it, which means I have 5 already. What are we putting in to replace it? That's the real question. Gainer Stormant? I just know the first time I play this, it will kill me. And there's not going to be anything I can do about it. Plus, I have to wait a whole 2 turns. I gotta play it, I do a thing, the next turn, I do a thing, the next turn, I get the creature, and then the next turn, I get to attack with it. It's a lot of waiting, and it doesn't seem like the payoff's that good. Final parting. You know, final parting does get soul salvage, and it puts a creature in the graveyard. So in a way, this will get me 2 creatures back either way. Just it's very expensive to do it. Probably just better to play like Drudge Sentinels even. I mean, Drudge Sentinels, like, Jousting Lance is a pretty good little thing there. I don't have the Jousting Lance though. Guardians of Koilos literally just does kill me and get Slime put back to my hand if it's in play and not messed with horribly. Yeah, I don't really think that's worth. It's not Kamal's Druidic Vow because I'm not playing any of the meme cards to make it good. Just gets lands and that's not good enough. Hmm. Is it really just Drudge Sentinel? You know what? Drudge Sentinel's actually not that bad. I mean, like, it looks bad on its face because it is a 2/1 for 3 mana. But, like, I can combine this with a Saproling, kill a 3/3. If I pay 3 mana, keep this around, I traded my 1/1 for their 3/3. And that's good. We're gonna add. Ooh, no thanks. We're gonna add 9/7. Be aggressive of them to just take those away. I mean, like, what are our green requirements? We have 1 double green card? Or black requirements? We have 1 triple black card? I don't think we need to skew it that badly. Yeah, this looks pretty good. We're gonna name the deck and we're gonna go for it. Actually good? I was gonna put a question mark, but well, I didn't get to put a question mark. We're gonna go. Gonna play. I'm happy with this deck. I think the double Thallid Omnivore is gonna be really good. Thallid Omnivore is just one of those cards that if your opponent doesn't do something about it, it can just kill them. They need to have unrestricted removal spells. Is not a beatable card in combat. The fact that it starts as a 3/3 is also really good because that first bump gets it up to 5/5. 5/5 is really, really big in this format. Like, look at all my creatures. I got a 4 mana 3/3. Mammoth Spider's 5 mana for a 3/5. Windgrace Acolyte's a 3/2. Like, we're starting to get in like Primordial Worm territory. Hardic Wanderer territory. Guardians of Koilos is only a 4/4. So you start sacking like a Saproling token, eating entire creatures. Your opponent quickly realizes they can't do a lot of blocking, and they get some pressure put on them. That's for damn sure. Well, I'm not getting any opponents yet, so I'm just gonna pause here. All right, we got there, and we've won the die roll, so we're gonna go first. Well, as you can imagine, we're not gonna keep this. We are, however, going to keep this and feel pretty good about it. Keep, and we're gonna put this pump spell on the bottom. Yeah, let's yield here. Untamed Kavu, huh? Yeah, no spells. No thanks. One of the ways that we win this game is just by getting maximum value out of multiple kicker cards. They're not going to put us under any kind of pressure. I don't really feel the need to do that. I mean, we're only 1 mana away from getting the Untamed Kavu. 1 land away. Sure. We're just going to play the land drop game. I feel pretty good about it. Well, here's the moment of truth. Ugh, well... Frozen Druid is a card. If you want to counter this, that's fine by me. They know that we have 5 spells in our hand. It appears they have some minor flooding going on. That's fine. We didn't really want to deal with that anyway. Yeah, we'll take a 5/5. They have another Academy Journey Mage. I could see this being kind of miserable for me. They have something. I don't know what it is, though. This is a... what? The Mythic? Really? Oof. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. It's Mythic Rare, buddy. Okay, I mean, I do get the 2-for-1, I guess. Woo! That is 5 damage. I'm also going to do it on my turn. I don't really feel like dealing with anything extra here. Play that, but I think I'm just going to cast down. Pew! Shoot that out of the sky. And with our 4 mana, we take 3 if we don't play it. We take 3 if we do play it. So if those are my options, I'm just going to choose to not play it. Larian Scholar, they can play that if they want to. Now they're on 2 cards. You take 3 here, but I get to untap and play Saproling Migration. Or Windgrace Acolyte. Windgrace Acolyte gains life, and if they want to bounce it or something, I do get a lot of value out of that. They counter it, I'm not just screwed either. They can just attack for another 3 though. Not worried about it. This is not a counterspell, so I get to gain 3. Well, getting rid of both my Eviscerates and my Fungal Infection kinda sucks, but I'd trade with an Aramea if they decide to attack. Does protect me against Academy Journey Mage. Maybe it was the wrong call. I would rather get this countered than the Saproling Migration, though. Might end up somehow tapping out of double blue here. Well, I'm definitely going to block there. Amok? Not what I was hoping to see. Yeah. Grudge Sentinels, a little late. Oh my god. Just jeez. You could stop, that'd be great. Time of Ice? God. Ooh, well, I don't have any more removal spells because I milled all two of them. Wow, that was a pretty bad combination of spells for them to draw for me. Now I'm just dead next turn unless I draw something right now. Yeah, I can't even cast that. Well, guess I'm just dead. That sucked. Let's see. We have multiple things that are flying. What was bad? Um, Honestly, Lich's Mastery does not seem like it's at its best in this kind of matchup. Primordial Worm, for similar reasons, is kind of on my shit list. Um, yeah, I'll submit like that. I think the 2 Pierce the Sky is actually not too aggressive. Love to play first, and we're looking at 1 hour 30 on the clock. Damn. We'll keep. Got some stuff to do. Okay. Sapling Migration number 2, huh? Yeah, well, we'll take it. It's 2 mana 2/2. Better spread across 2 bodies, but that's okay. Question is, what do they have? If the answer is nothing, I hope I find a way to punish them. I sure don't, but I might play another Sapling Migration. Oop. Yeah, with a Gift of Growth in my hand. Oh, what's this? Some kind of deal 1 to everything? Oh, there's a card that does that. It'd be pretty awful to see. Right-click attack all. I mean, that's pretty much all I've got here. They're on the same number of lands that we are. They're not missing their lands. Two-headed giant. It attacks, it does stuff. Okay. Kick can get +4/+4 if they decide to block. It's a rare? Yeah, it sure is. Oh, bonk. Whoopsie. Untap target creature too. Yeah, I always forget about the untap clause. It really puts that card above par. What are you? Well, that's not going to do it either, I'm afraid. Now they're really on a clock. Like, their play's gonna die. They're gonna get killed by a pair of Saproling migrations. Ooh, that's whoopsie. Oh, it's unfortunate. I have a vicious offering. It's in the pocket. Hope they play another Cloud Reader Sphinx. That'd be pretty nice. If their plans do stone nothing, that's fine with me. I don't have any reason to do anything. I have a board presence. What are you? Merfolk Trickster. Okay. I don't think I attack into that. I think I just play a Windgrace Acolyte. Might get some value out of a spell here. I don't care. Syncopate? No thanks. They can have Syncopate as much as they want. I still have some good stuff in here. My Thallid Omnivore and Vicious Offering are going to do some great work. It's just a matter of when and against what. That's not good. That's definitely not the card I wanted to see. The attack with Trickster I'm not blocking. That's for damn sure. Okay. Yeah, Thallid Omnivore is one hell of a card. Deep Freeze? Okay. Yeah. Really would think that they wouldn't be so keen to go on the arcane flight plan, but Phew. Whoopsie, I knocked your little bird out of the sky. I still have two pretty good cards here, and they have only two cards in hand. I feel pretty good about our position. Gotten some great value. The fact that we brought in two sideboard cards drew them both, and they still went in on the arcane flight plan. The 2-for-1 really made things much easier for me. But why are you doing that? Well, I mean, I can cast all of these cards. There's just not a way that this goes wrong for me. I can sacrifice the Omnivore to the Vicious Offering. One card, I'm not afraid of whatever it is. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, it didn't hurt that I drew the optimal number of lands for my hand, but, like, also, it is a matter of me just having better cards. What's this? Academy Journey Mage. What are you bouncing? Okay, alright. Do they take out some number of flying creatures because of Pierce the Sky? They're not going to take out the Sphinx, so I think I can keep one. You have Eviscerate, Cast Down, if they decide to try and armor anything else up. That combined with the Arbor armament and the Mammoth Spider probably means that we have enough going on. What's their creature package looking like? Things that are bad against Yargle, honestly. So maybe we do jam the Yargs. No, they did have the Academy Journey Mage. That's pretty good against Yargs. Unfortunate. With this many tokens, the Blessing of Belzenlock does get better. We'll try that. Still haven't drawn the Slimefoot. Well, sometimes you ask for it and it shows up. You'll keep this hand and be pretty happy about it. Here. Play Corrosiveness for sure. Larian Scholar, not really what I'm afraid of. Slimefoot is the obvious play. I mean, not gonna play Slimefoot. Uh, E2 Journey Mage? Sure. You can have a Journey Mage all you want, buddy. Okay. Sapperling Migration, huh? I do play it, that's for sure. Yeah, do this. Won't block there. Not really worried about it. Armea? Yeah. Guess I should have put another token there, but I mean, congratulations, you've killed my 2/2. They have the, no, they don't have the rescue. That's good. We got the 2-for-1 there. That's fine by me. Okay, so there's no way they have two of those. So, if we do this, how does this go bad? Run amok? They want to spend a run amok on that, that's fine. No, they just want to take 2 damage and have me gain some life. They attacked to get rid of some tokens. It's fine. Next turn, if we draw a land, Thallid Omnivore starts posing a serious threat since I can make token and immediately sack for value. Not worried about taking 4 here. Facing down 2 cards. Well, I do have to kill that. That's the bad news. They can have an Arcanist. No cards in hand? Well, you know, it's a pretty good one. As I figured, they're not going to take the Cloud Reader Sphinx out of their deck. Ooh, actually this goes great for me. Not only do I get to own them with the fungal infection, I get to sacrifice the fungal infection token, eat the cold water snapper. Um, Whew, well, I think I don't have to sweat this game too much anymore now. E2 Journey Mage, that's a-okay with me, buddy. Have that all day long. No, I think I shift. I don't even want to play the Windgrace Acolyte that much. Actually, you know what? I think I do, actually. Gives me a clock in the air, and then next turn I can start on the Saproling train. Forest Swamp, Blessing of Belzenlock, okay. Well, yeah, that will do it. The 8th land for the opponent. Yeah, I think the game really just got out of control when I was able to kill the Cold Water Snapper. Although every step of the way I was not really hurting for answers. It's the benefit of just having really good cards in your deck. You have a lot of versatility. Saproling Migration is a very nice card. See if we can make things happen in match number 2. See you when we get there. Yeah, one thing I forgot for sure in this format is that you can have a Cold Water Snapper with an Arcane Flight on it, and that is just a 5/6 hexproof flyer. Turns out those are kind of hard to get through. Um, I'll have to keep that in mind next time I draft. Well, might be a while before I draft Dominaria Flashback again, so just have to chalk that one up to lessons learned, even if they don't do that much for me. You know, I think this is one of those instances where I actually did face off against somebody directly inside of my pod. And it makes perfect sense because we passed the Naramea. I don't remember exactly what it was we took over it. I'd have to check the replay, and well, I can't do that without stopping the video. But point being, it's pretty cool. It's just really interesting because as soon as they switched over from normal draft queues to just you play anybody at any time, things got a little different. You know, you don't have to play against the people in your pod. There's just a bunch of bad packs opened. Maybe you don't face off against powerful decks. But in this one, it's just a free for all. Like, you could never see the good cards, and your opponents open up Teferi, like that one draft we did, and sometimes things just go wrong. It's just pretty cool that we got to actually fight somebody that we actually drafted with. At least I think so. Otherwise, we just happened to see Naramea after passing one. I mean, we can look in the VOD for that too. I guess I'll have something in the description if that was the case. Anyway, still looking for an opponent. And get y'all back when we get there. Alright, we have got there, and we even get the win on the die roll. With a good hand. We're gonna keep this one very easily. Alright. Let's see the point in playing out the swamp first. Against white, that makes me feel pretty okay. We are going to play the Saproling Migration here. I don't think there's enough merit to holding it in our hand, especially with the Omnivore on the horizon. Mammoth Spider just one land away. Ooh, blue-white. Smells like we'll be bringing in some Fierce Skies. I want to say that there's some kind of flash creature in the format, besides Miracle Trickster. There's Sentinel of the Pearl Trident, which is 5 mana. I feel like there's something else. I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong. Might be thinking about a different format. Well, my opponent's on a do-nothing plan. Seems like they have something here. Combat, attack, see what they got. 1/6 lands, not too happy about that, but obviously gonna play the Omnivore. Well, oh really? Nothing? Certainly interesting. Shorter was familiar? What? What the hell's going on? What the fuck? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't have assumed that that's what I was gonna see. If I could go back in time and predict my opponent's turn 4 play, this would not be it. That's pretty cool. Thing is, like, Blood Tallow Candle doesn't even kill the Thallid Omnivore right now. Like, pondering a block? Like, of course I can't block. Jesus. Isn't a universe where they can block that. Not only does it just die, but, like, they're so far away from having profitable blocks. This being 6 is so much worse than I remember. For some reason in my head I thought it was 5. 5 is at least, like, passable. Cloud Reader Sphinx? Yeah, sure. Just gonna bonk that out of the sky. Ooh, we might even be able to get them with the cast down. Yeah, if they try to double block anything, we just destroy them very easily. And you do get the scry. It's pretty good, I guess. Fungal infection? That's even better for me. Play the swamp out here. We attack with the tokens? I don't think so. Ooh, Oppo. Why would you do this to yourself? Sorry. 2 for 1? And that's just a straight concession. You know, I accept that. We saw 1 flying creature. Saw 2 flying creatures, actually. So I think bringing in 1 Pierce the Sky is appropriate. And then against this kind of deck, we might be seeing some bounce stuff. And flying makes Lich's Mastery bad. We're just going to do that and run it back and see what happens. Okay. Ooh, this is not the kind of hand I'm looking for. We are on the draw, but like one more land and we're kind of spinning wheels here. God. Well, you know, that was a rough mull. Oh God. I think this is honestly a better hand though, so whatever. We'll see if what really? My kingdom for a fungal infection? That is not a fungal infection, that's for damn sure. Thing is, I think I'm actually good against this matchup here. Seems like what they're trying to do is like dub and stuff like that. Triumph of Gerard. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the play here. A play? Oh, well, there's a fungal infection. They just try to dub, like, there's no way they actually try that, right? Okay. Phew. Get out of there. Well, you know, we have a good number of green sources in the deck here, so I would be pretty surprised if we don't draw one eventually, but we do need to draw one someday. Tashar? Oh god. You get to kill Tashar immediately, that's the good news. But I'm definitely not happy to see it. This might go to game 3, and if it does, it's going to be a card we have to look out for. We did draw the green mana, but I think we still just... We just pierce this guy there? I think we do. Not blocking, so we are attacking here. Anticipation? Really? Ugh. Sorcerer's Wand? I just... I don't know about that one, buddy. We are losing some life here, but opponent's on one card, not guaranteed to be a removal spell. We have Mammoth Spider. You have the Sorcerer's Wand, which actually gains some life because Zenitha has lifelink. So, who knows? The last card's removal spell. I am in some trouble here. Egg Servant. Pretty rough. Pretty rough for me. Yeah, I am just forced to take this, and that's not good. You unfortunately need to eviscerate that. I'm just gonna play this. Cannot unfortunately afford to attack here, so we pass. Diligent Excavator. Wow, this is an interesting deck we got here. I am on a clock. That is an archer, so it's only doing one a turn, but They're on just one card. Cycling Migration's pretty good. Doesn't get past Danitha though, and that's one big problem. So, I think we just Drudge Sentinels. Attack here. Artificer? Sure. We actually have misplayed by not putting it on the Danitha. If we start drawing lands, that'd be good for me. Well, who knows what they're doing over there. Well, that's kind of awful for me. That's for damn sure. Nothing I can do about it. Okay, we're gonna pause here. Okay, they're going to combat. Nothing. You're still recording. Ooh, well, deep in the tank, catching up with us in time. Cycling Migration, not really what the doctor ordered, to be honest. Yeah, yeah, they can put me to 6, it's not a big deal. Blockers just spare now. Their attacks are pretty bad. Like, they can attack into this if they want to. Really? Oh my god. Yikes. Problem is that only attacks into 4 tokens and trades. If I ever have an instant speed removal spell, I kinda do just own them. We've seen 2 artifacts, and this is not an enchantment. So it might be worth bringing. Well, we've seen 3 artifacts actually. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we will quad block here. What do we got? What do we got? We got nothing. Damn. Oof. Well, not exactly ideal. We're not out of time, but we're not doing good. That's for sure. We have a couple of turns. There's a line where we can draw, like, one more land, work our way towards in. This was our opportunity to get the removal spell. Sadly, we didn't get there. Yeah. Whew, nice last card, I guess. I mean, the alternative was block with all of my creatures and they all die, and trade, and then I'm just dead on the following turn. Valid Omnivore. Is there a way that can get them? No, it isn't. I'm dead. Okay. Begin. Did I take one of the broken bonds? I did not. I took Kamal's Druidic Vow instead. Which is a good meme, but not really worth. With a blink of an eye, so Chainer's Torment's miserable. Blessing of Bells and Locks fine. Good considering the tokens we've got. Another Pierce the Sky is on the menu. Root pulling out, maybe Soul Salvage. Oh no, to be honest. It's a tough call. My game was under control until it wasn't. I think the Blessing's good enough. What isn't good enough? What sucked? Soul Salvage was not good there. 11 creatures, but we also have the 2 Sapling Migrations, brings it to 13. Bring this in, drop the Blessing, drop the Arbor Armament, drop one of the Pierce the Skies? Was the Pierce the Sky worth? One of was worth? I don't know if the two of is worth. Blessing might just be too cute. We'll just submit like this. I'll go first, and we have a great hand. So we'll start ourselves off with a basic swamp. Tallow Candle's fine. Far away from what we want to do. Double Island is interesting. Might be stuck on mana. Okay, opponent deep in the tank here. Back. Bonk. Okay. Sure. Pretty bold block considering that they've seen the fungal infection. But you know, who am I to disagree? Maybe they only have 4 cards left. All things considered. Ooh, oh, never mind, they had the land. Trapper? That's fine. The fact that we don't have any removals kind of troublesome here. They could have a Teshar next turn. Just kind of destroys us. Not good if they do that. They do have some good cards in their deck. Feeling a little bit apprehensive about that one. Not blocking if they attack. Yep. That is a Teshar. We do need to draw something here. Otherwise I get back the Trickster and we're just in some trouble. That is not going to do it, but you know what we can do? We can attack and play an Untamed Kavu. And that is pretty good. Facing some pretty big beats on the ground, but I have a feeling this turn they're getting back the Trickster. Brought in 2 different spells. What's this? I mean, it's fine. I'm not gonna do anything about that. Well, that doesn't really do what you want to do at all, does it? So what's the choice? Do you commit and take the loss? Yeah, you do. Just take the unironic 2-for-1 special. Yeah, 1 card in hand versus Drudge Sentinels and a Forest. My Slimefoot's pretty good here. And they... Oh dear. There's no way that's correct. There's no way that that's correct. There just isn't any way. Now I just get to make Saprolings every turn. I mean, if I draw another land, it's good for me. Like, actively good. That's not gonna do it. You're attacking? So greedy. Alright, well, I mean, barring some kind of insane bomb. I think I've got this game. I think... I mean, knowing that they didn't have anything to do about... Yeah, I mean, I do save this, like... But, knowing that they couldn't deal with the Untamed Kabu, I still think it was better in the dark to just blow up Slimefoot. Because if Slimefoot stays alive, they just lose. Yeah, they can draw a removal spell and be done with the Untamed Kabu instantly. But They leave that slime foot alone, and it's just creating more and more value. They can also draw creatures to block the Untamed Kabu. Uh, they cannot draw a creature that matters against Slimefoot. Slimefoot's just too good. Should have killed Slimefoot, maybe it wouldn't have mattered, but I think it does give them more outs. Blink of an Eye. Uh, Blink of an Eye on Slimefoot means I have to replay it, and I still get the token anyway if I have 7 lands. Blink of an Eye on Untamed Kabu gets rid of an entire attack step, and makes me replay it for the full 5 mana. So I would say that was a misplay. Well, looks like we're going to take some more time away, so I'll go ahead and pause this now. See y'all when we get there. Looks like we may have finally gotten the match. We have lost the die roll, but we are still recording 2 hours and 11 minutes later. This is not a very good hand, but it's got a removal spell, it's got a 3, it's got a 4. I think I will be keeping it. You have some good 2s. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna lead on Forest. Fungal plots, yeah. Not gonna lie, I have not been impressed with the games where my opponents have played fungal plots. But you never know, maybe they have some saproling stuff going on that I'm not aware of. Oh, Yagamaya Bird is a pretty good one. I would have liked 1 or 2 of those in my deck, but, you know. The presence of fungal infection means I'm not blocking if they try to attack into me. You definitely play the Thalid Omnivore unless they give us a reason to immediately eviscerate. Specifically Slimefoot is the kind of card that I would be willing to eviscerate here. Otherwise, I'm looking to win through Mammoth Spider and Thalid Omnivore and some combat trick stuff. And who knows what the next several cards are going to bring. It's been a while now. I mean, started this draft at, what, had to have been 5? We had the long struggle just to get into the match. Yep. Yeah, I'm not blocking there. It's a telltale fungal infection, if I've ever seen one. They play their own Croson Druid, keep up fungal infection. Not about it, just gonna play out a Thalid Omnivore. What a card. Yeah, yeah, there are ways that this goes very poorly for me. If I double block. Well, I'm not afraid of a Skin Witch. I'm honestly kind of surprised that they played it out. right there, considering we're just going to play a Mammoth Spider and not even worry about keeping up the armament. Nothing on this board that's worth eviscerating. And now that we have the Soul Salvage, I'm much more gung-ho about blocking. If I want to try and get some value out of a fungal infection, that's fine, because I can Soul Salvage later. What I don't want to do is block the Caligo Skin Witch right now, though. Because they could also have, just as easily, well, this is where things get interesting, because I do want to block something here. I think what we block is this, and that's it. Now, there's at least one card that gets us here. Fungal Infection is not it. Okay, I mean, if their plan is just throw their creature directly into mine, that's also okay. Now we have the Drudge Sentinel to kind of shield us a little bit against nonsense. We attack here. I think we do. Yeah. Oh, we're the beatdown. Get ready, opponent. Yeah, that smells like a soul salvage to me if I've ever seen one. Guess my opponent's got a pretty okay deck. Yeah. I don't think I have a reason to not do this. Fizzle the spell, they don't get their sapling. Done a pretty good job of playing around that fungal infection. It was gonna get something no matter what eventually, like that's just how the card works. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected there. Draw a land, we're gonna hold it here. It is a land, it's pretty handy. Grudge Sentinel, we can get it back with Soul Salvage. Can also just attack here with multiple creatures. We have another fungal infection. Because, I mean, I'm not really afraid of fungal infection at this point. I don't play the land so I can discard that in Arbor Armament. And I'm not gonna kill this, like, there's just no reason to do that. No, they're gonna fungal plots. Yeah, sure. I mean, if the best thing they can do right now is chump block, and then spend their mana and fungal plots and get rid of one of their, well, pretty much all the value off the sap herd. I'm ahead in cards ostensibly right now. Here's a Skin Witch. Unfortunate. But if they do that, they're taking a pretty big beatdown still. They do get the free roll attack with all three. I don't think I play this land next turn either. I think they might be greedy here and play the. Yeah, that's not what I expected. 1, 2. Yep. On the off chance that they have another Skin Witch, I'm not going to play that land either. They might not go for the block. They go for the block. They're 13 now. I can't just take 6 every turn. Alright. They've played one more land than me. Also got some value off their Skin Witch that I didn't. But, ooh, what's this? Fingering Phantom? That's gonna get eviscerated. I don't know exactly what they have in their hand. It is a historic spell. That would suck. Fungal infection means I'm kind of insulated against that. So I don't actually have to eviscerate here. This goes good for me no matter what they do. Unless they drew another fungal infection. Really? That would. Oh, this is not going to go well for you, my friend. Do that. Okay. Bonk. And then we will also sacrifice the Croson. We will soul salvage it back now. Yeah, feels pretty okay. What's our cards and theirs? We have more cards on hand, we have a battlefield. So I'm feeling pretty good. One more land and I get the kicked Croson Druid. At this point I feel pretty well insulated against the power of another Caligo Skin Witch. I didn't mind sacrificing the Croson Druid there specifically because of Soul Salvage. Argle? Well, not gonna lie, was hoping that they wouldn't be playing another really good spell to get back their thing, but I think we do just attack with both here. Yeah. Okay. I think we just Worm. I think Worm is better here. We can play the 5/4, but that does not block profitably. Think we play the Swamp? Nah, I don't think we do. Never mind. Bubble Pots? Sure. Get rid of the Calico Skin Witch. Happy to see that. Those creatures in the graveyard are a resource. Like, Fungal Plots, Soul Salvage is a pretty big non-bow. This is the platform. Yep. It's not gonna do it. And what's this? Yagimaya Sapphire? Yeah. A-okay. think we need to get them dead. They literally are forced to block here if I just destroy that. They can block and sack. That's fine with me. They can't kill either creature, so this is a good attack for me. I think they block one, sack, probably. Yeah, makes sense. It's half the value off the Yavimaya Sap Herd, though. And like, we are outpacing them on spells to cast. I'm just gonna play Dredge Sentinel after this. If they get the Skin Winch, they got us. I mean, that's fine. I'll take my 3/5 and 7/6 over their 1/3 and not feel too bad about it. 10th land, not really what they're looking for, I imagine. Jousting Lance is gonna be another way for them to get back that, well, you have to play and equip this turn, so that's good for me, I guess. Phantom, that's equip 3, so. What I'd love to see this turn is Vicious Offering. Fungal Infection again? Damn. Pretty unfortunate. Second time it's tied to that. Well, we just play this and the Saproling Migration. Do I just play the I think I just play the Saproling Migration this turn. I don't think I attack with the Primordial or the Mammoth Spider. Yeah, we just pass. They can do some equipping, they can do some fungal plotting, but ultimately, they don't have any good attacks here, that's for damn sure. What's this? Their own Eviscerate? Windgrace Acolyte. Well, that is a clock, but also mills them for 3. Ooh, Josu Vess? Yikes. I could have cast that card. Guess I'm glad that they drew the Windgrace. 8 2/2s. Disgusting. And mana, you win the game next turn. A classic. Put on the Jousting Lance. That's okay. What you got? I forgot I had this card in my deck. Hmm. By right-click attack all, how bad does that go? Double team the Mammoth Spider, but they don't want to because they can attack with Windgrace. Windgrace is Acolyte. Attack with all these, they attack, block there. Also get another token off that. You still have a guy in my deck. I think I just attack here again. I want to get the Windgrace's Acolyte off the battlefield for sure. I think any pathway to victory I have involves getting rid of that. Opponent on the think plan. And we're blocking. Yeah, about as expected. I'm up to 14. Only 15 cards left in the deck now. So the problem is, if they attack with this in the air, yes, they do get to attack past the mammoth spider, but I also just get to swing back with more stuff. I only have so many things I could do. Lingering Phantasm, still in the graveyard. They got it back, what, 3 times now? Yep, that's fine. You can attack for 5. If I draw a land, I gain 10 life. If I don't draw a land, I draw a spell? Sapperling Migration? Well, certainly not my favorite thing in the world. I think I do just right-click attack all here. You have to make their blocks before they start sacking, so I'm not worried about, like, Gift of Growth to untap a creature. And they can't block if they intend to, yeah, they can make a Sapperling, but, like, Yosu Vescon is really nice for me. Means they know they don't have another Soul Salvage in the deck. Means I know they only have one. They know I have the Croson Druid. I put in my hand like a million years ago. Maybe they forgot. This might be the best Fungal Plots deck I've ever seen. 9 cards in the graveyard. Looking at that Lich's Mastery, like, ooh, what are we gonna do? They got Early Bomb. This goes down to a board stall. That would suck. They will eventually just win with the Windgrace's Acolyte. Not just take 5 a turn in perpetuity. And eventually they're going to have stuff that I can't just block very well thanks to the Jesting Lance. Even if I get rid of... Oh, sure. It's even easier to do that. Do I play the Lich's Mastery? Can't lose the game whenever I gain life or draw that many cards. If I lose life, reach 1 life, exile a permanent, control a permanent out of the graveyard. Is that good here? They can attack for 5 in the air, potentially another 5 on the ground. Undo all of it. And I have gain life with Slimefoot, which is somewhere in my lower 18 cards. They're about 3/4 of the way through their deck here. Oh, they've never seen this card before. They're reading it. It is a spicy meatball, that's for goddamn sure. Yeah, I don't really have attacks here. I did have attacks with the Primordial Worm. Maybe I should have attacked with that. Worst case scenario was they block with Sapperling token with the equipment and Yavimaya Sapherd and another Sapperling, and I do get to kill all three of those. More realistically, they block with the A-bomb. Equip the Wind Grace's Acolyte. Attack for 5, I exile 5 cards from my graveyard. I don't have to block, so I'm not going to. One, two, three, 4, 5. I don't have anything else that affects my graveyard. It's probably just better to exile my creatures. There's like Yawgmoth's Vile Offering and all kinds of stupid bullshit out there. Not that I've ever opened that card. It's damn good. 11 cards in deck for the Oppo, and it doesn't look like they have anything to do besides re-equip. It's fine by me. I have my own Windgrace's Acolyte, and it gains me 3 life. Yep, I will take 3 cards for free. You know, sometimes you just do the thing. Oh, yes, I would, in fact, love. Multiple extra cards. Yes, please. I will take that. We take those, and we do with them what we will. I think I can safely attack with this now. If they want to do the quad block, or if they want to trade for the Feral A-Bomb, I'm pretty okay with that. I think I can win the game now. Yep, feeling pretty alright. So not only do I win the damage race in the air, sure, fine, they can fungal infection if they want to. Early bomb's gone. Oh, they're on the sack plan now. They need to get me dead. Can't guarantee it's gonna work out for them. We're gonna find out though. That is not going to do it. Do I care about my life total going down here? I can just exile from my graveyard again. How do I win this game? If it's just attacking on the ground, then... No, I think I win this game with Slimefoot. Really? They let me have the flyer? There's no way that was correct. Well, Mammoth Spider? That's fine. It is in fact going to be a 5-5 with First Strike in a minute. Well, an Omnivore is pretty good, and I do get to gain 2 life off of that, so... They do in fact deck first here, and we are not in danger of dying. So yeah, I can do that all I want, buddy. Pretty far away from death. At this rate, they do just lose the game. We've seen one Windgrace's Acolyte. I don't think that's enough for us to bring in any kind of flying hate. They're just gonna sack more stuff, become increasingly icy manipulator. Certainly a good card, but I don't think it does it here. Green Phantom, yeah, yeah. Other cards. Uh-oh, time to pay the piper. The worst part is, that isn't even a win for me necessarily. Like, there's a good chance this straight up just kills me. With Lich's Mastery out, I have to draw a card every time that happens. I literally deck before I win the game through damage. Well, one thing I'm doing for sure is I'm taking out the Lich's Mastery, because it's just not going to do it for me. That was a very risky play. I played it for the meme value, and it just, I don't think it's going to pan out. Blessing of Bells and Lock will kind of get my opponent for trying to do the greedy fungal infection lines. What do I want that was bad here? What was bad? I think the worst thing I had was decidedly Drudge Sentinel, because I have multiple fungal infections. So instead of that, I'll bring in not Cabal Paladin, because that just trades for some fungal plots tokens. Maybe Yargle? Yargle any good? Not really. Not really. Arctic Wanderer? Arctic Wanderer do be wandering. Yeah, we'll do that. And as for me, I'll be right back. We are back in the game now. Submitted. Lost the dice roll, as you may expect. Who would have guessed? And back with a very, very bad hand. This is one I'm not going to keep. It's just not worth. Oh, I guess I didn't submit. I guess that's my mistake, but I am going to keep this hand and put that Lich's Mastery right on the bottom of the deck. Goodbye. No regrets either, and they're on the level 6 as well. So, you know what that means. We're still up a card. We're gonna play a Swamp out first. Feeling pretty good about that Vicious Offering. Review Pain. It's just good. Yeah. We're gonna play some Saprolings. Woo. Wait, they're on the one land plan? Oh god, why would you... Fungal Infection? Okay. The double Fungal Infection plan? I mean, I guess they do, in fact, have two Saprolings. Unfortunately for them, my game plan does not revolve around having those two Saprolings alive. It would be nice, but using those so early is probably not going to work out for them here. I would be surprised if it did. Ooh, 245? It's a little long. Yeah, they could have a Yavimaya Separate. Second Omnivore? Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Would have been nice to have those Saprolings around for this thing, but, sometimes a 4-mana 3/3 just does the job. A little unhappy that they got the Jousting Lance, to be honest, but I don't remember if there was a really good opportunity for me to get one. No attacks is kind of telling. That definitely tells me something. Not a lot, but now their attacks are even worse because if they even try to kill something, I can just blink, eat it. Felon of Havenwood created ballads as a food source in times of darkness. Ballads did the same with sacrifice. Beautiful, beautiful piece of magic history. Oh, well, if they're gonna do nothing, that's fine by me. It's gonna play another green source, and not gonna attack, and I don't know if I'm gonna play the Croson Druid. I guess I do. My 4 cards against their 2, but the good news is my 2 cards are both good removal spells. Dark Bargain is kind of the opposite of what I wanted to see. Not applying any pressure, so I don't get to punish them at all for this. I had like 2 chances to grab a Dark Bargain. But I was looking a little congested at the 4-drop slot, so I was convinced it wasn't necessary. Well, I am going to sacrifice it. Well, they've used 2 fungal infections. There's a chance I just get to keep this around. Oh, not gonna lie. Pitching the Lingering Phantom. Pretty good, I guess. Sorry, had a little break for a second. Thought I heard something. Meaning to talk to my neighbor about something, but oh well. I don't think I do any attacking here. Get them pretty good with the Drudge Sentinels if they try to do any kind of major attacks. Right now, I'm just looking to emphasize my current board with some stuff off the top. But I would hate to see the Skin Witch. Lingering Phantom is not Skin Witch. I do need to be aware of Skin Witch as the game moves on, though. Do I cast that down? Don't think I do, not at this point. I think I don't play the forest to insulate myself against the aforementioned discard. Either one of these, if they attack, I have the good combo of Vicious Offering and make this indestructible after blocks. I don't want to take 9, that's for damn sure. I can take 5, though. They're blockers. Now I Vicious Offering on their end step. They're not far away from just getting the maximum value on Josuves, and if they do that, the game is just over. Unfortunately for me. I think here I cast down. You'll just attack. If I cast down, I get to keep open that. If I don't eviscerate instead, I don't get to keep that open. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of saw this one coming, and I think I discard the eviscerate here. None of their creatures are really worth getting rid of. Guess the fungal plots. Damn if they haven't found a way to do the same thing every game. Attack with the Thallid Omnivore. I get 2 of them back. No, I think I wait. I'd like to get the worm back. Yeah, they can do the fungal plots thing. Just are trying to get that land, I guess. Sap Herd. Sure. Does feel like they have the Josu in their hand right now. Sapperling Migration? Interesting. Well, I do just attack here. They'd like to trade off, that's fine with me. Come on. Keep in the tank. Okay, they figured it out. That's what they want to do. I'm willing to kill. Willing to not kill the Crowsun Druid if I get to kill one of the Sapperlings. No, actually I'm not. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, we will take a Thallid Omnivore and a Primordial Worm. Just realized we're on the clock here, so we need to really start making decisions a little bit quicker. Yeah, I mean, at this rate. Really? Oh no. This is Wild Onslaught, isn't it? It's attack group? 3 damage? Sure, it's fine with me. Ingrace Acolyte isn't ideal to see, but you know... Jesus, 37? What a joke. Wow, that really sucks for me. Yeah, so we put in 1 Blessing of Bells and Luck, took out the Lich's Mastery, took out the Drudge Sentinels, we brought in Yargle. We brought in something. Was it Pierce the Sky? Pierce the Sky can't be good, it was Partick Wanderer. Partick Wanderer was one of the things. And Final Parting gets us an emergency removal spell if we need it. We are on the clock here. And we're gonna keep it. What the fuck? Why is this taking so goddamn long? Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're on the track to winning the game so far. Who knows how things are gonna pan out. Fuck, should have played the Particle Wanderer there. Right. Yeah. Oops. Oh my god. Whew, really down to the wire here. But we grind it out and get there. Well, that's that. We got the trophy. Jesus, I was out of my gourd at the end. Talk about down to the wire. We get the trophy in the last draft of the season, basically. What's this? A friendly trophy. You know what? Some of those games didn't feel very friendly to me, but what am I gonna say? What am I gonna do about it? I got 2 whole points, and I got a treasure chest. What the hell are these? Treasure chest booster. I feel like none of these are worth anything, but I got the play points. That's what really matters. Anyway, this has been an absolutely phenomenal and interesting draft. We're over 3 hours here. Jesus Christ, I hope the content was worth it for you. All 4 or 5 of you, if I'm lucky. Holy shit. Their first trophy. Well, do stuff. Comment, like, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you want. Don't do any of it. I don't even care. Thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far, you're the best human that ever lived, and I will send you a handwritten note telling you how much I love you. Have a good day.